Hi everyone, welcome back to today's video. For today, we're going to be talking all about card storage and organization. I am, I guess you could call me an organization junkie. Maybe that's the best way to put it. I just love organizing things. I love having everything have its own little home and its own little place. And so I really like seeing how other people keep their different things, how you store them, how you organize them. I love it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to be talking about two kind of topics today. So the first is, once I've made a card, what do I do with it? How do I like store it? How do I like package it to make sure that my cards stay in really good condition? And then once I've done that, how do I organize them? What do I do to keep things in their place and making sure that everything has its own little home? So to start with the first topic, which is what I do once I'm done creating a card and I need to put it away. I will be completely honest. I am horrible at putting my cards away. You guys, I make like, I don't know, there are some weeks where I make like 20 cards in 1 week, and I am constantly making cards and sending them out, making cards and sending them out. And I still end up with a ton of cards left over every single week. And so I've created this system for myself because I know I'm absolutely horrible at putting cards away, and like packaging them is kind of what I call it. I'm horrible at doing it. And so I created this little system for me so I could kind of have like a drop zone. And then what I try to do is every couple of weeks, I will just take some time to sit down and package my cards up. So couple of little storage containers that I'm going to share with you guys today. So these first little containers up here on the top, these are, I believe all of these storage containers that I'm going to talk about are from Amazon. The only two that I'm not 100% sure of are these little drawers. I'm like 99.9% sure I got them on Amazon. I just don't 100% remember. But everything else I know for sure I did get on Amazon. I will leave links to everything that I can find in the coordinating blog post, which will be in the description box below. So first, these four little containers sit on top of these drawers that I'm about to show you guys. And these little containers are just their envelope labels. And so I really like branding, and I like being able to put, because I do this as a business, right? I like to put my branding and put my name basically on everything that I create. I don't sell my cards, but I do have a lot of times where people come over, friends, family, neighbors, whoever, and they're like, hey, Lindsay, I need a card. I know you have one. And so I really like to be able to give them a card, and it's the entire package. It just makes it feel like it's more professional. It has my branding on it, so if the person that they give it to is like, where did you get this fantastic card? They know who to go to. They know it's Little Moon Creation that they can go to. You can Google Little Moon Creation and my business will come up. And so it's a really good way to spread the word about my business. But it's just one of those little touches that I like to do. Like, it makes me feel, it gives me like the warm and fuzzies about putting like my little touch and my brand on my projects that I create. So these are little envelope labels. I'll just show you these two. So these little containers stack into each other. These are like my favorite containers ever. I have these all around my house, all in my office, everywhere, in my kitchen, on my nightstand, in my bathroom, like everywhere I have these little containers. They come in a bunch of different sizes. They are fantastic. Amazon, like I said, links will be in the coordinating blog post. But I just used my Cricut, and I got some really nice label paper, and I made some little labels. So these are envelope labels. So when I package up a card, let me see if I can grab a card really fast. When I package up a card, I put the little envelope seal in the back of the card. And that way, when somebody takes a card from me, it's all right there, ready to go for them. Sorry, I'm gonna put that back over there. So I just keep these little containers on top of this little drawer unit because they all kind of go together. I have white and I have clear. The clear I use for cards that I put in very vanilla envelopes because they look a little bit better than the white ones do. It's just, it's a little extra. I'm not going to lie. So then the next thing is this card, these little drawers that I kind of use as my card storage system while I'm like kind of packaging my cards up. So the bottom drawer, and you can see this is my most recent project. I did really good. I cleaned this out so that it wasn't a complete mess to show you guys. I cleaned this out like last week. But if you follow me on Instagram and you saw my stories from, I think it was last week, I was up at like 10:30 putting cards away, because I hadn't put cards away for like 2 months, somewhere around that time frame at least. So when I am done creating a project, I just throw my finished project in this drawer, and then it lives in this drawer until I find time to put it away. It makes it really easy because for me, I like to create projects. So I will sit down in my office and I'll be in here for 4 hours and I'll just crank out projects over and over and over. And then once I'm done with that, I can just throw the projects in here and I don't have to worry about putting them away, making sure everything looks great, that they're stored. I can just throw them in this little drawer and I know they're going to be safe until I can find the time to put them away. In this top drawer, I have these little things put together. And this is basically what I do is I take one of our clear envelopes, or our clear, I think they're called envelopes, our little clear sleeves, and just our regular Whisper White. I also do this with Very Vanilla, which I'll show you in a second. And I put the Whisper White envelope inside the clear envelope. And so I just have a bunch of these. I mean, y'all can see how many I have in here. And like I said, I have Very Vanilla on the very bottom. And so I just keep all of these in here. And then when I have some time to actually put my cards away, I pull out the bottom drawer and I pull out the top drawer and I take said card and pre-prepared little envelopes. I slide the card in. I grab a little envelope label. I stick it in the back. I seal it up and then it's good to go and it's done. And it just makes the whole like storing card process a lot easier. The reason that I like to put all of my cards in these clear envelopes, one, it goes back to that kind of aesthetic thing that I was talking about. So with my envelope labels and all of that, it just looks nice. It makes for a nice little presentation when somebody comes over and they're like, hey, I need a card. Hey, look, here, I have one for you. And it's all packaged. It's ready to go. It's in this nice, pretty clear sleeve. You've got an envelope already with it on the back. You got this cute little envelope label ready to go. Here, take it. That's your little package. You're ready to go. I just like it. It's very, again, it's just one of those things that I really enjoy. I enjoy putting some time and effort into my creations. And when I share them with people, I really like to share, you know, my mindset and make sure that I present my projects and my work in a very nice, crisp, presentable way. It's one of those things that I really like to do. So it's a little extra. I'm not going to lie. But I like it. The other thing, and the main reason I started doing it, was because it helps keep your cards protected. So this card is a great example because I have all of these little embellishments on here. If I were to just throw this in my organization system, which I'll show you in a second, there is a very good chance some of these little embellishments may come off. Not because they're not stuck down very well, but when you have other cards rubbing up against it, it can get caught. It's really easy for that stuff to happen. And once I put it in this clear envelope, I know it's going to stay safe in here and that it's going to look just as nice as it did when I first made it. I have cards in, I'll show you my little storage bins here in a second. I have cards in here that I have for sure made like 5 years ago and they still look great because they're in these little envelopes. They are protected and they're really, really nice. So there are definitely a few different reasons. It doesn't cost a lot extra. I don't remember what the actual cost of the Whisper White envelope and the clear envelope are. I priced it out one day just to see because I was curious. And it's like a few cents. I want to say it's like less than 50 cents. And when you're not making like 8,000 cards a day like I do, it actually isn't that crazy. But it's the peace of mind. I like being able to know and feel confident that my projects that I put so much time and energy into, when I store them away, they're going to stay nice and crisp and perfect, just like when I first made them. So that's why I do that. So that's kind of step number one. So that's how I kind of package my cards. I don't sell my cards. I just package them up. Like I said, I give them away. I use them. I shop my own stash. I couldn't tell you the last time I went to the store to buy a card, and it's because anytime I need a card, I go to these bins and I grab whatever I need. So that's step number one, packaging up the card to make sure that it's nice and presentable and it's protected so that no matter how long it sits here waiting for me to use it, nothing bad is going to happen to it. Number two is how I organize all of these cards once I have them put together. And it's not a super scientific system. It's pretty basic. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. so I can bring this other one in. It's not crazy. It's not anything super special. It is just this container. Again, this is a container that I got on Amazon. This one, I believe it came in a pack of 2 for like $26 if I remember correctly. But it is a plastic container. It is, I want to say it's like 16 inches long this way and like 5 inches tall and then like 5 3/4 inch wide. I have, what are they? The Calyx like square cube units from IKEA right behind the camera. That's like my big storage system that sits back there on that wall. And the 2 of these sit perfectly in the little cube. There's a little bit of space between the 2 of them, like left to right this way. And they hang off the ledge like just a tiny bit, not enough for me to even really notice. And it works perfectly. So I just put all of my cards in here like you can see. I have a ton of cards, you guys. I have a ton of cards. And then these little dividers, all I did was I took, I used my Cricut and I took some cardstock. I laminated the cardstock. Well, actually, I created the little file with the tabs on it, which is really easy to do in Cricut if you haven't done it. Just Google it. It's really easy to do. I created these so I could print the label onto the paper. I printed it off, I laminated them, and then I cut it out with my Cricut, and it works perfectly. So I have all of my little dividers in here so I know, okay, I need a thank you card. Let me go to the thank you section, and I can rifle through just that section. You can see that this is not full. I don't have, it's not completely full. If I were to do this, I still have quite a bit of room that I could grow into this, and I make a lot of cards, and I have a lot of cards just kind of on hand all the time. So these are definitely big containers. You could fit a lot in here. For like the normal person, you probably don't need to. I don't necessarily need to. I could probably jam everything into one, but I like having the ability to have a little bit of wiggle room and to kind of grow into them. So I like using both of them. And then this is the other one that I have, the exact same little unit or exact same little plastic container. This one is about halfway full, I would say, but exact same thing. This I have, what do I have in here? Birthday, friendship, and just like general greeting cards. So again, when I need a birthday card, I go to the birthday section and I rifle through here to find the perfect birthday card that I need for the occasion. So that is my very basic card packaging to keep my cards in pristine condition, ready to go. And then once I've done that, my organization to make sure I know where all of my cards are and I can easily find what I'm looking for. So I don't know what just happened. My camera like stopped recording for a second. I think somebody was trying to call in and it kind of messed with stuff. But anyway, what I was saying was I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Some organization. I love me a good organization video like I was saying earlier. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, I will link all of the information that I can find on the stuff that I shared with you in the coordinating blog post, which will be in the linked in the description below. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. That is my cue that it is, I've been talking for too long because I can't keep my sentences straight and making sense. So, well, on that note, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!